I'm sure everyone has experienced creepy situations, one way or another in their life. It can range from the gaze of some stranger upon you, to the feeling of being watched as you walk by an empty room. Maybe that shadow you saw from the corner of your eye was just a figment of your imagination. Like most of you, I have witnessed some strange occurrences that still to this day I am not sure how they can be explained. Maybe it was because of the thing that followed my friend around. I knew there was something wrong with the closet in my room. This is one of the creepiest occurrences that I had to deal with at 3 in the morning. So this event happened during the middle of junior year of high school. I invited two of my closest friends to sleep over. I'll call them Nikki and Jules. This was the first time Nikki had ever slept over my house out of the 3 years of knowing each other. I allowed her to take my bed, and she was out before 11 p.m. In the meanwhile, Jules and I stayed up and talked about some class issues. She had slept over many times before and never once had a problem falling asleep. But tonight was different. As the night grew on, she seemed a little on edge, as if something was off. I purposely had left my closet light on and the door ajar, just because we had closed the other doorway to the hallway. My room creates a darkness that would not allow any person to make their way if they needed the bathroom. So 3 o'clock comes. I was lying on the floor in front of the love seat, Jules sitting next to me on her phone, her back against the bookshelf facing the south wall of my room. The soft sounds from her phone lulling me, and then suddenly, she flinches, dropping her phone near my face. She's completely trembling, her breath caught in her throat. Immediately I sit up. Looking at her, I see her eyes, gazing in shock. Her face is pale. She immediately grabs her phone and pretends like nothing happened. She's still shaking. "What's wrong?" I ask quietly so I do not disturb Nikki's sleep. It's nothing. I'm just being weird. Just overtired," she explains, holding her phone close to her face. "Seriously, if something freaked you out, please tell me." "I saw a dark shadow go into the closet." "What?" I saw a dark shadow dragging something into your closet. It completely blocked out the light and it looked right at me." Her voice was quivering. My blood ran cold as I remembered my brother's dream he had a long time ago about seeing something dark dragging our father into the inky blackness of the closet. I even got up completely and closed the closet door, and I stayed up with her until she eventually fell asleep. I understand that most people wouldn't consider this to be creepy, especially since I myself did not see anything going into my closet. But many times after, when Jules slept over, she never had this problem again, and I've come to some conclusion that whatever it was in my room that night, whatever dark figure that was connected to Nikki. I only say this because after that night, I remembered she used to talk about the little child voice that called her name in the basement of her grandmother's house. This occurred when her stepfather would try to conduct seances with a Ouija board. And since then, she had felt like this child spirit sat in the corner of her room and watched over her at night, as if waiting for something to happen. I should have known something was wrong. But I also realized now, when night had grown closer, it was probably around the time when that thing was relocating, finding Nikki. Yet I feel like it had found that Jules could see it and chose in that moment to terrorize her while she sat awake by herself. To this day, nothing as creepy as that has occurred in my room, except for some recent knocking on the glass of my second-story window. Even now, at this moment, I look over to the closet every so often. Unfortunately for me tonight, I left it cracked just a little bit open, and I keep hearing these little noises. I'm really hoping it's just my lizard. I'm probably gonna go close that later, or else I won't sleep tonight. But who knows? Anything can happen when the clock strikes 3. Good night, and hope nothing runs its clammy cold hands through your hair as you sleep, or grabs onto your leg that's hanging off your bed. And remember, don't go looking too far for trouble. It will come willingly, given the chance.